Roast Me Elimination Season 1 is in the books. Yes, you heard me right. Season 1, it has been confirmed in the description of this all-deaf compilation that this will be a multi-season series. This was just Season 1. We went from the classroom to detention, so you know what that means? We gotta hand out grades. We have to be the teacher. Let's grade the students. The grading scale is simple, just like we're in school. Hey, we're in the classroom, we're in detention, we're still in school. A, excellent. B, good. C, average. D is still passing, but is barely passing. And F, we all know what F means, fail. Let's get it started off right with Capone. I think this is easy. I don't think this is any debate. This is an A+. He passed. If you want to talk about the eliminations, he has those. If you want to talk about the jokes, he has those. If you want to talk about the dance moves, he had those as well. We didn't know what to expect from anybody this season. We were told you can't laugh. You laugh, then you're out. We're like, huh? You laugh, you're out? Then how is this even gonna be funny? Like, what is this even gonna consist of? And Capone showed us, even if this may not be the classroom setting where everybody's around, everybody gets to talk to each other and laugh with each other, and it's a free-for-all, you can still dominate. Capone, A+. Speaking of dominating, speaking of having an MVP caliber season, since we're already handing out A+'s right now, we're starting off with an A+. Let's get into somebody else that scored perfect and got an A+ as well, and that is Black Ron. Usually the new kid in class doesn't become one of the funniest guys in class in the same school year, in the same semester. You gotta give him a grade or two. You gotta give him 7th and 8th grade, or 10th and 11th grade. Black Ron came in for one semester, the new kid, and became one of the funniest roasters in the classroom. Hold on. In the detention. So Black Ron also gets an A+. He had it all. The jokes, the timing, eliminations, the wins. He might have had the most wins of any roaster this season. Black Ron, A+. Since we're talking about new students, new roasters that we might not have been too familiar with being Roast Me fans, this guy has appeared on Roast Me before. I'm not gonna say that this is our first time seeing him, but he was a guest, and that is Sydney Castillo. He was also on Roast Me Eliminations. He gets a B. He did good. He won some episodes. He had some moments. He went toe to toe with one of the funniest roasters, Brent Taylor. He held his own. Not only did he get a win, not many people got wins this season. I don't know how many episodes off the top of my head, but it wasn't many. And he was able to win an episode. There was a couple people in here that had multiple wins. So for him to win an episode, and I think he made it to the final 2 in another episode, that deserves a B right there. Sydney Castillo, B. Speaking of Brent Taylor, he got himself a win. He was in the final rounds. He was the final 2 in I think 3 episodes. He had me laughing. Brent Taylor had me laughing all season long. Even if he was getting eliminated, if he was laughing at somebody else getting roasted, if it was his jokes, Brent Taylor just all around had a good season in my opinion, and he gets an A. Not an A+. He's not on Black Ron, and he's not on Capone's level in my opinion this season. There's always season 2. He can still bump it up to an A+. Some of y'all say there's only one MVP of Roast Me. Some of y'all say that there's only one MVP of Roast Me. There's only one Roast Me GOAT. Kraig. He disappointed me this season. He really did. There was one episode where he laughed intentionally, but then doubled back whenever he had his own episode and dominated. I mean, he was funny from start. The episode starts and everybody's coming in class. He was phenomenal, which made me feel like this guy, if he wanted to, could dominate every episode, but it's the will, it's the want. And that's why, in my opinion, this year, this season, Kraig gets a B. Yes, you heard me right. He did good. He didn't do great. He didn't excel. He just did good. I expected him to come into like an MVP. I thought it was just gonna be him and Boo, like every episode. Kraig disappointed me this season. I'm not saying he's not funny. I'm not saying that he fell off. I'm just saying I expected him to be, if not the funniest, right there. And I really haven't even been hearing from y'all. I haven't been hearing in the comment section that y'all thought Kraig had a good season. I thought I was the teacher, the real teacher, the real host of the classroom. He wasn't the host of the detention, but the real host of the classroom, Brandon Lewis. I gotta give Brandon a C. He did all right. He was okay. He wasn't bad by any means, but was he great? Are there any jokes off the top of your head right now? I want you to stop right now, and I want you to type a joke down below that Brandon said. If you could do that for me, then maybe I'm wrong, but off the top of my head, can't really remember anything from him. I know he had a lot of moments where he was laughing and just like, you know, his laugh is contagious. You know that from the roast me elimination, from the classroom, his laugh is contagious. I mean, it might be something with that side tooth where it's just contagious. The laugh is contagious. He gets a C. We saw him enter the classroom in Roast Me season 5. We know he has jokes. We know he's a comedian. He's not just a host. So I'm not holding him to a host standard. If I was holding him to a host standard, maybe he would have got a B. But I know he can joke. I know he can roast. I know he can clown. In this season, he just didn't do enough. He was okay. That's why he got a C. Another guy that I was a little disappointed from, he had jokes. He actually had more jokes than Brandon Lewis, so I will give him that. He got the GTA, I'll be home soon, honey. He got some jokes. He definitely had some jokes. Called Black Ron a barbecue mob. Said Creole mob. If you don't know what I'm talking about Tut Wheezy. And Tut Wheezy gets a C+, almost a B. Almost. I'm talking about he is 1 point. He has a 79. He got 1 point away from having a B. I feel like some of the episodes that he was in, he could have went for it all. He could have battled for that winning spot. He could have battled to be the final 2. I think he was the final 3 in one episode, but he didn't even make it to the final 2 at all. And with the way that he was performing, he would have a joke here, and then it would be like, it'd be like 4 or 5 minutes past, then he have another joke, and another joke. He just didn't have any back to back to back. He only had the back to back to back whenever he was going back and forth for Black Ron. That's why I think he did just enough to be above average. I'm gonna go back whenever I'm editing this video and I'm gonna be like, dang, I should have gave some of these guys some higher ratings. But just off of the top of my head, Tut Wheezy deserves a C+. With thinking off the top of my head, it's really hard to grade this next comedian. It's really hard to grade this next student, because when it comes to Billy, are we really talking about his jokes he provides? Or are we also speaking about his presence? Are we speaking about the aura of him being in the classroom? If Billy's in the classroom, he doesn't have to say jokes to make the whole episode funny. I mean, you can have a whole episode dedicated just to going strictly at Billy, and if he wasn't there, would that episode have been as funny? Would those jokes been appropriate to go at somebody else? See, that's why whenever you're speaking about Billy, it's like this, you just don't know. If we're talking about just his jokes, he gets a C, maybe a D. But if we're talking about the aura, if you're talking about just him being there, if we're grading him, that's an A. So I might have to put the A with the C and combine it and make a B. Y'all let me know down below in the comments. Let me know down below in the comment section what you think about that. What do you think about Craigsmith and Billy Sorrells having the same grade? He is the hardest person to grade. He is the hardest student, the hardest comedian to grade, because it's just so many factors to bring in. Slink Johnson. I think this might be the first D we give out. It maybe be a F. No, it's gonna be a D. He had the jokes against Billy in the episode whenever it was just Slink and Kraig at the end. But in that battle, whenever it's just him versus Kraig, he didn't say any jokes. I mean, he had one joke where he kind of stuttered. He had another joke where it was like wasn't funny. He was trying. It wasn't like he was just there. So that's why I say D is passing, but it's barely. He had like 1 or 2 jokes in the whole episode and he made it to the end. Usually if you make it to the end, to the final 2, you joking from beginning to end. So I think this is the first D that we're gonna give out, and that has to go to Slink Johnson. You know who surprised me this season? Brody. I mean, we knew he was funny. We knew that he could take a joke because he's been in Roast Me, he's been around the squad, he's been in all of the seasons, he's been hit by every single joke from every which way, from each and every calendar year, and I think this season he did a good job. I think he got to get a B, almost a B plus. The only reason why I'm not gonna give him a B plus is because we didn't see it for long enough, but I mean, he had jokes.
Give it up for the worst shoes out here tonight.
Nigga, I know you ain't talking with them Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5s you got on.
Nigga, you got Timberlands.
Nigga, them shoes is sponsored by nobody. Nigga, hell no, that's the my daddy got these.
What you say? Nigga, then they got Timberlands on.
Timberlands is crazy.
Nigga could put a necktie around his goddamn shoes.
Just that joke alone gets you a B. We are speaking on every single person who stepped foot in detention and appeared on an episode. So we're gonna get into Delore James. This has nothing to do with the person. This has nothing to do with him as a comedian as a whole. We're speaking on the product that we saw on film. If you're watching a sport, you may think that this player is dope. I think that I'm a Saints fan. I liked Chris Olave whenever we signed him. I think he's a hell of a player. I think he will route me up and have me looking crazy. But right now, is he catching the ball? Nope. Right now, is he looking like a wide receiver 1? Nope. Right now, do I say he's trash every time he drop a pass? Yes. But if he comes back next week and he has 6-7 catches, 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown, over 100 yards, I'm gonna be back saying that he's my favorite player. We're just speaking on what we just saw. And we only saw Delore in 1 episode, and I think he only got 1 joke off. Maybe he got 2 jokes off. So maybe he comes back for season 2. I would like to see him. It seems like he was in the mix. He wasn't afraid to throw jokes out there. I think he said like 2 jokes, but he was just on the fringe of laughing the whole time. I think he was just trying to keep his cool, which I think he did a good job. He kept his cool until so Kraig said that joke about Billy, which is crazy work. If you don't remember that joke,
Say something, Billy. It's the wrong group of niggas up here, I'll tell you that.
That's funny.
What's crazy is Billy gonna turn up when his dick get hard. Now it's time. Now it's time. I'm sorry, man. You say he gonna turn up when his dick get hard. I know what these niggas want. Repeat it, nigga.
Anybody would have laughed at that. But that's gonna be our first F, and that's not the only F that we giving out today. Ladies and gentlemen, you see why I said ladies first? Because this was the only female that was in Roast Me Elimination. Heniya got called Hyena. I think she got an F as well. Appeared in I think 2 or 3 episodes, and I can't think of 1 joke. I mean, I know she has someone she was cooking Sydney, but overall wasn't passing standard. I'm looking at the grades right here. I'm looking at the grading scale. I got the grading scale right here. It's if a F plus was a thing, that would be what it is. Almost passing. It's literally almost passing. I gotta give out another F. I don't know if I'm being harsh or not, but we giving out another F, and that's going to AD. I'm not saying that he isn't funny. He has some funny moments in Roast Me season 5. But if we're talking about, I know I keep saying it, but we have to be on the same page here. We got to be talking about the same thing. We have to know where we're coming from. And where I'm coming from is what we saw this season, and it wasn't enough. Let me know down below. How are y'all feeling about the grade so far? How are y'all feeling about this video? Is it trash? Am I being too harsh? Am I being too lenient? We got 2 more students, 2 more comedians. So if you want to hit that like, I would really appreciate it. It helps me out, helps out the channel. This video gets shown to more viewers that aren't subscribed to the channel, so they can tap in as well, and they can see this grading system, and they can get in with us. A roaster, a comedian, to some, a battle rapper. Dumbfounded. Dumbfounded gets a C+, almost a B. Dumbfounded gets a C+, y'all. I think he was really good. I think he was really solid. Let me say that. I wouldn't say really good. I think he was really solid. He didn't do anything wow amazing, and he didn't do anything where it was just like, why is he here? Or like, what is he doing? Because we know Dumbfounded can joke. We know Dumbfounded can roast. I think I hold comedians that I know are funny to a little bit of a higher standard, so I do rank them a little bit lower or grade them a little bit lower because I know they can be better. Another dark horse candidate for, I wouldn't say MVP, but another dark horse candidate to have a really good season next season. Look for him to maybe have a win or 2. Brody as well. I think both of them. I think Brent's gonna win a lot more. Speaking of winning, somebody who made it to the final boss. I'm talking about somebody that made it to the final boss with 1 life remaining, with 1 health bar remaining, and made it to the final boss. And did this person win? If you know who I'm talking about, let me know down below. Type down below who I'm talking about before I even say who it is, and that'll let me know that you locked in and you rocking with me all the way to the end of this video. Somebody that made it to the final boss, that went mano y mano, 1-on-1 with Roast Me's MVP Capone. Who is it? Notch. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm not even gonna grade Notch. I want you to grade Notch. Let me know down below in the comments what grade, what scale, what grade did Notch get this season. That was it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. Videos like this that I think of off the top of my head and I just turn on that camera and I just do, are videos that I want to bring more to the channel, just off the top. Just videos where it's really just us just breaking it down, chopping it up one-on-one. It don't always have to be reactions. It don't always have to be laughing. I really enjoy these type of videos, but I only can make these type of videos if y'all show love and y'all actually want to watch them. I'll make the videos if y'all want to watch them. Hit that like button. I know I keep saying it, but I say it because y'all actually do it. If I say it, if I'm just chill back here, y'all will be enjoying the whole video, watch the video all the way to the end, and then just go on about y'all's day. But if you want to hit that like button, please do. Jump in the comment section. Let me know down below what grade did Notch get. Let me know what did y'all agree with, what did y'all disagree with. I read all of the comments. I appreciate all the support. See y'all in the next video.